JasonTankLipp, aka L.I. the Prophet, aka JasonLipp, aka the last of the great Jedi, aka the GOAT, aka the last great hope for all the helpless and weary. This is another kind of track on dichotomies. It's just a little different spin. It kind of incorporates the space and time continuum, and like how a dichotomy is like the fact that like a relationship, whatever kind of relationship, a work relationship, romance, whatever, interactive relationship between entities, two people, whatever, animals, something in existence, things, stars, planets, whatever. Any type of like interactive relationship, the dichotomy of like, well, I guess you could even say like one thing could have a surface value, face value meaning, and then there's like another meaning that the same exact thing could mean. So like if you have a sentence, you read a sentence like, if you sit on the bench, it's going to blow you away. Well, it could mean a storm's coming through and the hurricane's going to blow you away. Or if you sit on the bench, like someone's going to give you a really like wicked blowjob. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a dichotomy kind of. Like the same exact sentence can have two meanings. So take relationships, and there's like, imagine in 5 billion people in the world, split that in half for a relationship involving 2 or more people. So say now 2.5 billion people, the same relationship. Let's say there's doppelgangers. So my doppelganger or my clone or my twin with the clone or doppelganger or twin of the person I was in that first relationship with. Now carried over 2.5 billion times. Some things are going to be very similar, like the fact that my clone and my doppelganger is going to look just like my partner's clone or doppelganger. So it almost looks like the same couple mutated, like me and my girlfriend mutated, and now there's 2 couples exactly the same. But there are personality traits that are different. Someone might look a little different, and believe it or not, every little subtle change has a continuum of, and that difference like keeps the world moving forward, because if it was just the same, you couldn't have the same exact thing existing more than one time in the same place and same time. So it's kind of deep. So this is a track, my track the other day called the Book of Abstract Math was a little bit more focused on the dichotomy of the conspiracy theory I'm going through. So it was very personal for stuff I'm going through with my life. This is a more abstract in the sense that this is applicable for universal value for the world. You know, put it on Wikipedia. You guys maybe one day will Google the definition of my song here, whatever I title it. And it's, I mean, if the track's even that good, I might be getting ahead of myself. But a track kind of about that continuum of those relationships. So it's like a dichotomy, but carried over 2.5 billion times. Like everything going in the world is like a similar kind of dichotomy, like all happening at the same time. And that's actually what a hurricane or tornado or tsunami could mean too when they're advertising this hurricane on TV. It's an event. It's not actually the rain and thunder and lightning and flooding that you would think necessarily of like a hurricane. It might actually be like, and I hate to be crude, but having to do with someone's pussy raining and like tremors from someone getting like such an intense orgasm, and that's like causing like major like things to happen, a building to shake, a roof to come off. Like, I'm just being silly, but like seriously, you never know. So we get this beat in, TankLipp. JasonTankLipp. So a little twist on dichotomies. What? Things ain't always what it seems. The dichotomy of tyranny's mutating monopoly. For some, the other side of the street is green and moist, fresh, and that's wicked context too. For some, living the dream is what they fiend, and that can be conceivable. Also believable that there's no sins of the flesh or spiritual death. Some scars that trace back to a place of the past, better left behind, but look back in regrets. It may haunt your mind like a nightmare. For some, the monkey in between is some wrench, and some that gasp for breath yearn the horror story for the rush of cheating death. But the pathology narcissistic to abandon care of the consequence, then move forward on with sin. And some tear for the mistakes that they made. But Simon says a lesson learned, if it trumps your mistakes, burnt at the stake or saved. Ribeyes or Arby's, sipping large shakes with whipped cream. Some come shot of face. Some come shot of face. So come to realize that love the only choice to make. Cause you can always argue doubt, for that is what it is, or there be peace where you stay. Will she remain? I long to be a star for the prize of the blessing, to be in love with her day after day. No need to update. Tank remains alive, not DK. Still forever J. Child's play, not a Chucky doll. Not to be petty, but Pete more time with Tom. He's mine, not yours. Get it straight, bros, before romance. You need friends, find your own plate. Never again off mine. That free fall felt like a free-for-all, and I don't need a parachute. I've already hit bottom, cutting the bungee cord to this Gotham. Batman wacky with a twist of honest. Mostly candid, uncanny. Those that don't know, walk. If you can't respect me, don't ever say I'm not manly. Obsessing. My response, that dark depression, homicide to Stanley. That don't need to kill itself. My own will should show you I want you for myself. Bombs of suicide, then check under the belt. They're usually strapped, in this case, a John and a ball sack. Dear Abby, thanks for writing me back. Through my tears, your songs help, even if it was truth unblocked. I never was afraid of the light. I'm not a coward wearing sunblock. Done, doc. Really all the help I could need. Hold VC just to have to think and dig deep. I just have to think and dig deep.